morning. Had a little computer malfunction, so I had to switch up the computers, switch up the view, the angle, but we won't be denied. And so I appreciate y'all bearing with me. Kind of started a little late this morning, but I, I, I don't regret it. It worked out. Blessed to be able to still do the podcast, to still do this episode. Um, Hopefully, you all had a great week. Hopefully, you enjoyed your family for Thanksgiving, was able to be with them and hang with them. And it was very impactful for me this year. Obviously, I've talked about the loss of family members this year. And so being able to see my mom and my dad, my sister and my brother was was very good for me. And even though I probably didn't say much while I was with them, just being in the presence of family and loved ones sometimes uplift you no matter what you do. And so it was just really good for me. It was really good for me. This week ended really well. Um, and I'm ready to start the next week. I'm ready to start today. I'm ready to start Monday. I'm ready to get some things out the way, but also ready to refocus um, and prepare for an amazing off season. Prepare to finish the year strong, and that's probably everybody's goal. Everybody's wish is to finish this year strong, no matter the ups and downs, the ebbs and flows, the obstacles of the year. You've made it to December, and that's something to rejoice about. Um, I feel really good. Maybe it's seeing my family, my mom, especially my mom and my dad, seeing them Thursday kind of strengthened me a little bit, a little more for the remainder of the year, and I appreciate that. Nothing's more powerful than being around family members and loved ones, especially if you haven't seen them in a while, and especially if they're going through things, and so you can bring joy to them, you can bring laughter. Uh, it was very powerful, and so like I said, I didn't say much, but just being in their presence was enough for me. Hopefully, it was the same for them. Hopefully, it was the same for you all around your family. If you are unable to be around your family, just take solace in the fact that you have family, you have loved ones that care and think about you. And let's not just have one day out the year be the day that we're thankful. Let's be thankful every day. Let's be uh, purposeful, appreciative of every day, and just like I always say, move your feet. Put one foot in front of the other, and I promise you, you'll get somewhere. Hopefully, you feel that. Hopefully, you embrace that message, and you're just moving forward. Like 2024 is coming to a close. I'm excited about 2025, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. I want to finish this season, this year, this month in a powerful way. Hopefully, you all understand and know my message will always be clear. Sometimes I might ramble, but the message is always clear that you are very important, that you're impactful, that you're loved, that I appreciate you. This world needs you. The universe does not operate the same without you. Believe in yourself. You're important. Like, you matter. And so keep pressing forward. There's ebbs and flows, there's ups and downs, there's peaks and valleys, but you're built for it. Whatever you're going through, you're made for. It's strengthening you, it's conditioning you for the long run, for the long haul, for this journey we call life. Just embrace it. It will pass by. The storm is not forever. The sun will shine again. And just keep fighting. Just keep pressing toward the mark. Keep moving forward because you'll love yourself even more for who you become afterward. that's important to see the not just the big picture, but to embrace the journey. Everybody wants the outcomes. Everybody wants the end goal, but they don't understand that the journey makes it that much sweeter. And so I embrace the journey. Like, it's tough. Um, it's a hardship. It's sometimes it's demoralizing, but it will end, and you will be stronger because of it. That's what I want to talk about today. Being weary. We're all weary. We all get tired. We all get exhausted, drained, but we cannot quit. We have to keep moving forward. We have to keep pressing toward the mark. Keep moving our feet. Like, there are times where you want to stop during the journey. There are going to be times where you feel overwhelmed. There are going to be times where your body is weak. You have to learn to recharge. You have to learn to reset sometime. Um, Balance is key, but if you're chasing something, there's going to be an imbalance, and you have to organize your life. You have to get to the point where you can reshuffle things, that the important things are in the front, and the least important things you don't focus on, because that's how you drain yourself. When you're pulling yourself in different directions and you lose focus on the task, on the goal, on the thoughts, and the reason why you started what you started. It's important to understand the purpose of what you're doing. Because if you understand the purpose of what you're doing, then you get why you can't stop. Excuse me. And it's typical in life to struggle with that. It's typical in life. It's a part of life to struggle with the why and the how instead of just working. I said this to a couple of our student athletes recently. Work while you wait. And that means obviously what it says. Like, it's so easy to give up because you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you feel like everything you're doing is in vain. But it's important to keep fighting, to keep moving forward, um, even when you get exhausted, even when you're tired, even when you think there's no end to the road. I promise you, if you keep moving forward, if you keep stepping, if you keep putting one foot in front of the other, it's going to work out. And there's countless examples in life where that is the case. But if you quit, it'll never happen. Whatever dream, whatever goal, whatever expectation you have, it will never happen because you gave up. And so the goal is to never quit. The goal, even if you're running in place, even if you're walking in place, to give yourself a breather. You're not giving up. Giving up, quitting, ends it. It's over. You may try to restart it. You may try to pick it back up. It's not going to be the same. The fire, the desire is not going to be there the way it was before. And honestly, somebody else might have picked it up and ran with it. Like, your dreams and goals, once you share it, once you put it into the universe, anyone can collect it. Anyone can snatch it if you stop, if you give it up, if you pass it on. Because I truly believe our dreams are given to us by God to achieve something, to accomplish something that this world needs. And so when you put it down, someone else has to pick it up and run that race. It's your race until you give up. It's your race until you quit. It's your race until you pass it to someone else. And when you pass it to someone else, they might run with it and finish the race. And then you have to reset or refocus, or you're upset because you don't understand why this happened, or like you gave it away. We're all gonna be tired. That's what happens on a journey. We're all gonna be weary. We're all gonna be exhausted. Like you're gonna come like I need people to understand that to accomplish your dreams, you're gonna have days where you want to give up. They're gonna be tough days. Like if everyone can do it, they would. If it's easy, everyone will complete their goals and journeys, and everyone will get the gold star. Everyone will get the gold medal. But that's what makes life so wonderful. Is that what you're doing, everyone doesn't do. Every You hear everyone say they want this, they want that, they want this, but you never hear really anyone say, "I want to go through the struggle." We always look at all the famous and rich people and say, "Man, I want that car, man, I want that house," but you really don't know what they went through for that. So be careful what you ask for. Be careful what you wish for, because if you're not prepared for it, you'll never get it. And then you'll hate on them and say, "Oh, they had to do this, they did that." They didn't, they just finished. They never gave up, they just finished. I'd always tell my students when I was a teacher, um, I learned this, I listened to this from E.T., the hip hop preacher, Eric Thomas. Um, he made a comment, he said, "Don't cry to give up. You're already in pain, get a reward for it." And he was referring to students, college students, dropping classes. He said, "We're conditioned that way. We're conditioned not to finish. The world has conditioned you to drop the class. If it gets tough, just drop it and just take it again." And he made the comment that I dare you to see the class through. I dare you to fail, to finish it. Because the truth is, right, if your professor, who's a human being, see you're willing to fight, they might give you that D. They might round up and give you the C if you need a C in the class. But you will never know that if you drop it, if you quit. And I was listening to that. This has to be 2010, 2011, 12, something around that. It may be a little high. I was watching a video on YouTube, and it was very powerful. Simple message, but very powerful. It was around the time I was either finishing my bachelor's or starting my master's. And it kind of stuck with me as obviously stuck with me since, because it is true. We go to college, and because we pay, they'll allow us to drop the class because it's our money. The professor's already paid, the university's already paid, and so if you want to drop it, oh well, you just, when you pick it back up or when you re-register for it, you just pay another fee. So essentially, if you want to take the same class, you're gonna keep paying the same fee. So why not finish? I learned that like the hard way, um, because I failed a class that was I think it's zoology 101. It was a very hard class. I was not focused. I was playing around. I wasn't doing what I was supposed to. And it's a class that you have to memorize, study a lot of words, a lot of things, technicalities, a lot of things that go into the subject. And it wasn't something I was interested in. It did nothing for me. I haven't used it since I left, but it was a prereq to be able to finish school. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I failed it twice. The first time I failed it, I just failed it. The second time was around the time I was listening to ET on YouTube, and I finished it, but I failed it. I failed the exam, and my professor saw how much that meant to me, right? And so um, I took it a third time, and this time actually, the university policy, if you fail a class 3 times, that you have to change your major. And it's crazy how the human mind works. Um, Most people won't learn to swim unless they're drowning. Most people won't know how brave they are unless they're put into that moment. And so the universe, the world, myself, put myself in a position that I needed to pass. And I could have dropped it. I got to a point where I believe I failed the midterm exam. And I think my grade was hovering around a 68, and I needed a C. And I could have dropped it. Family members told me drop it and just, take it in the summer is a little easier, shorter time, but it's a little easier. And I did. I ended up, the good thing was, right, I registered for the class. I had a certain professor. That professor, I believe, got sick. And so, or was having a baby. I cannot remember what it was, but I got the professor I had from the last time, which is a rare occurrence. Unless you do it purposely when you try to register for classes. And so I was able to get that professor, and I fought through, and I got a C. I'm not going to say I was given a C. I'm not going to say they gave me leniency. I don't know. I have no idea. But I know this. I fought through, and the professor said, like, throughout this semester, when I could have gave up, I could have quit, I could have tried to restart. And she would always say, just, keep pushing, keep fighting, and just see it at the end, see what happens. I passed. I'll say that. That's at the end of the day. That's the most important thing: is that I passed, is that I finished, is that I did what I was expected to do. I did well on the exam. The truth and the honest assessment of the whole thing, I never really gave effort because I didn't care about it until the end, until I needed to, until I had to, and that's kind of how life is, right? You really, really never know yourself until you're up against a wall, till your back is against a wall, until you're exhausted. But you need this. I need to finish. I gotta finish. And that's the true test of a human being. That is the true test. That is how you figure yourself out. When your back is against the wall, when you're tired, will you fight? If you're gonna fight, like, you're gonna win. You might not win everything, but you'll learn something. And that's a win for me. A loss is only when you quit. If you fight all the way into the end and they declare another victor, that's their opinion. And it might be the opinion that matters at that moment, but the most important opinion is yourself. Did you give everything? If you gave everything, that's not a loss. It's a lesson. I don't look at anything as wins and losses like that. Everything's a lesson. Everything's an opportunity to learn and grow. Because I'm going to need that lesson. I'm going to need that knowledge. I'm going to need that information at some point later on in life. Human beings count wins and losses. God doesn't count wins and losses. It's about how you prepare yourself for the next test. That's the most important thing. Because you're going to endure another test. You're going to have to keep climbing a mountain. Like, if you really want something out of life, you got to fight for it. It's not going to come easy. It's not going to be something you just wake up and grab. Yes, we have gifts. Yes, we have talents to achieve things, but we still have to refine those gifts and talents to achieve the ultimate, I guess, success. You still got to work for it. You still got to pour into it. You still got to refine it. You still got to, like, nothing's really easy that's worth it. If it came easy to you, you shouldn't want it. I don't want it. Like, if I was just able to grab something, like, I say it, we say it, we all want to be rich, we want to be wealthy, we want to be comfortable, we want to change the lives of other people in our families, our generations. But in order to have that happen, there has to be a sacrifice. Like, you're not gonna wake up and it's just gonna give you $1,000,000. Like how many people win the lottery? Like, that's the truth. And count that against how many people spend money on a lottery. Look at the chances, the percentage. It's not worth it. I mean, if you have that money to blow, then yeah, but I think you can take that same money and invest it. And I'm not talking about stocks. I mean, invest it in yourself. Like whatever you can do with that outside of just giving it away to whoever wins the lottery. Because that's all you're doing is putting it back into the pot. Just remain focused on your goals. Write them down, especially as the new year comes. Everybody's going to have New Year's resolution. I have my own. As I get older, it's less about me, right? Physical, more of a mental, more of a pursuit situation. Like I chase things now more than ever, and not people, but I chase opportunities. I write down things that I don't believe I can achieve because I want to challenge myself to reach new heights. At the end of every year, I want to be able to say I completed a task that was unachievable. And like again, I'm not perfect. I'm not this genius. I'm not this guru. I just love life, and I want to be the best version of myself at the end of every day. I want to lay down. I want to lay my head. I want to recharge, knowing that I gave everything. Because if I don't wake up, that's it. And at my funeral, I never want people to say, "Well, man, he should have did this or he could have did this." Nah. On my deathbed, on when it's time to check out of here, because I'm gonna go on my own terms. That is the truth. I speak that over my life. I'm gonna go on my own terms, and nothing's gonna take me out because I believe I control all that. Everything's here. This life, I believe, is 99% mental. You control everything. Once you unlock that stage, that level mentally, you will see life in a whole different view. No one controls you. No one has power over you. You control all that. We're free moral agents with the ability to say things, to speak things, to believe in things that will happen. You control every last one of that. If you want to be rich, make it happen. Write it down and work at it. And over time, watch. You'll just chip at it. You'll just chip at it. You'll just chip at it. And it will happen because you have gifts. You were given gifts at birth for you to achieve greatness. Greatness is in every last one of us. But becoming great is a choice. And that's what that's what I want. That's what I want for myself. That's what I want for you all. I want y'all to become great. I want y'all to become who you are created to be. And greatness is in all of us. It was placed in us. The gifts were given to us to achieve the greatness. We just got to work at it. We have to refine it. And when your moment comes, be prepared for it because you don't know if you'll get it again. So many missed opportunities. And that's what I don't want for my life. I don't want to look back and say, I wish I should have, could have, would have. At this stage in my life, at 36 years old, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. And I really don't care who don't like it. It's not for them, it's for me. Because when it's all over, I can't sit here and say, I wish I'd have did this, but I was worried about this, or, I was worried about that. I don't care. I do not care. I'm living my life for me, and I'm trying to impact other people through my actions and my words, that you can do whatever you want, as long as it's within the law, and long as it's within God's will for your life. If it is, like, go do it. Do it. Don't stop. Don't listen to the naysayers, because they'll become your biggest advocates when you achieve your greatness. When you unlock your greatness, they will applaud you like they always believed in you. I don't believe in haters. They're fans. If they watch you that much to hate on you, they want you to succeed so they can congratulate you. They're fans. That's all it is. and you need them. Like you need that motivation, because the truth is, it fuels you. It definitely fuels me. I enjoy it. I love it, because those that can do, and those that can't talk about those who can't. Who can? That's all it is. There's movers and shakers, and then there's the audience. And it's not to talk about people. It's not. Some people just don't want to do anything. Some people have failed and can't get up, and so I think it's on the shoulders of those who can get up to lift others. Like each one teach one, as reach back or reach down or lift as you climb. Never forget where you came from. Always remember those who were with you when you started. That's life. And that's the part I love about life. I want to help. I want to uplift others as I climb. Because my journey is far from over. I've said that and I'll continue to say that. I control my destiny. Everything I go through, I grow through. And these are cliches, these are slogans, but it's what I try to live by. Because I'm going to get what I want. And I'm going to get it because I'm going to work for it. Nothing's going to be given to me. I'm going to earn it because I have the ability to. I have that gift inside of me to go get and achieve and unlock every door I want to. And that's I'm going to get tired. I've been tired. I feel great now. Again, I say that because of seeing my family. I'm rejuvenated. I, I'm I'm going to finish December 2024 in an amazing way. I'm looking forward to January 2025, but I got to complete some tasks for this year to be amazing. Like it's already great. It's already been productive. I just want to, close out the year strong so I can move into 2025 stronger. And like that's what's been on my mind. Like don't give up. Like yes, this is the end of the year. Yes, it's probably the toughest time of the year because a lot of people miss family, lose family members. It's supposed to be the most loving time of the year with holidays, and some people aren't having the best time of the year. And I'm praying for y'all. I really am, because no one wants to be alone. No one wants to feel alone. But you're not alone. You're loved. You're valued. Someone is counting on you. Someone that you rarely even notice listens to everything you say, and it strengthens them. The janitor that you see in the morning, the bus driver that you get on bus every day to go to work, the store clerk that you purchase your energy drinks like myself from, your coffee, those the lunch spots, like these people that you encounter, you never know what impact you have on them. So keep going, because someone needs you more than you think. Keep pouring into people, keep fighting, and you will overcome it. You will overcome it. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Like, let's make the rest of 2024 the best of 2024. Don't stop. Don't quit. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Be blessed.